Hello, I'm George Cummings with your SCV NewsBreak for Friday, May 15th. A Santa Clarita couple has been arrested after allegations of assault against a dependent adult. 59-year-old Robert Jenkins and his wife, 55-year-old Prissy Jenkins, run a home for dependent adults on Delight Street in Canyon Country. The two were arrested after one of the adults in their care alleged she was hit by her caretaker. Upon further investigations, deputies found bruises on the victim. The 5 other dependent adults were in the home were in good health but were placed elsewhere. The Jenkins were held on $50,000 bail and were released on bond Thursday. A murder suspect who was deemed unfit for trial back in April was back in court on Friday. 48-year-old Denise Ann Gillis was again deemed unfit to stand trial for the crime of stabbing her father to death. James Gillis was found at the 31,900 block of Emerald Lane in Castaic back in September, and Denise Gillis was arrested shortly thereafter. Gillis is scheduled to appear back in court on June 5th to check her status of competency. Students at Placerita Junior High traveled back in time Friday. Haley Cook tells us more.
Cannons were fired.
Fire!
Rifles were shot.
Fire!
And Honest Abe gave some sound advice.
Be honest in everything you do. Always tell the truth, and you have less to remember that way.
On Friday, when Placerita Junior High traveled back in time to the days of the Civil War.
Number one, I just love how big it is this year and how much our entire school has poured their hearts into supporting it and rotating these students around. Our history department has just truly spent hours and hours and hours to make this happen.
Students saw artifacts, performances, and listened to talks about what life was like back in those days.
I love all of the artifacts that kids get to see firsthand, up close and personal. The rifles and cannon are impressive, but really, today, I'm very interested to hear Mr. Lincoln's story.
I'm Haley Cook for SCV TV.
The Amgen Tour Stage 6 time trial was moved to Santa Clarita from Big Bear today due to weather. The course started in the Six Flags Magic Mountain parking lot and took riders out and back along the old road for a speedy 6.6-mile course before flying back down Magic Mountain Parkway and blasting through the main vehicle entrance to the finish back in the parking lot. In what was a speedy event, Peter Sagan took home the stage victory and the yellow jersey as he made up his 18-second defect to Tom Shuggins, winning the stage with a time of 12 minutes and 31 seconds, 15 seconds faster than the second-place finisher. The tour will continue tomorrow with Stage 7 starting in Ontario and finishing at Mount Baldy. A 2012 Saugus grad has graduated from basic military training at Joint Base San Antonio Lackland in San Antonio, Texas. Air Force Reserve Airman First Class Christopher M. Gonzalez completed the intensive 8-week program that included training in military discipline and studies. Gonzalez is the son of Christine M. Hibbert and stepson of Neil A. Hibbert from Valencia. Congratulations, Christopher. Santa Clarita got a few sprinkles of rain on Friday. Temperatures stayed in the mid-60s and overnight lows are expected to drop to the mid-40s. The weekend is going to clear up slightly on Saturday, but more clouds will move in by Sunday. Highs are going to stay in the upper 60s and low 70s throughout. That's all for your SCV NewsBreak. For more local news, you can log on to hometownstation.com or scvnews.com. Thanks for watching. I'm George Cummings.